If you go to a mangrove swamp in Indonesia or Africa and look at the mud, you might see something impossible. It looks like a fish. It has gills like a fish. But it is doing push-ups, blinking its eyes, and walking across the dry land. This is the mudskipper. It is the fish that decided the ocean was boring and moved out. It is one of the only fish in the world that spends the majority of its life out of the water. I'm going to show you how they breathe air, why they are the only fish that can blink, and how they build air castles underground. First, let's explain the walking. Most fish fins are flimsy membranes used for swimming. The mudskipper's pectoral fins are different. They are muscular and jointed, almost like arms. The fish uses them like crutches to drag its body forward. It can even use its tail to launch itself into the air, skipping across the mud to escape predators. Some species are so good at this that they can actually climb mangrove trees to escape the rising tide. But how do they breathe? If a normal fish dries out, it dies. The mudskipper has two tricks. First, it breathes through its skin, just like a frog. As long as the mudskipper stays wet, oxygen can pass directly into its blood. This is why you often see them rolling in puddles. They are moisturizing. Second, they are reverse scuba divers. When a human goes underwater, we bring a tank of air with us. When a mudskipper goes on land, it brings a tank of water. Before leaving the ocean, it gulps a mouthful of water and seals its gill chambers shut. It keeps this water sloshing around its gills, so it can continue to extract oxygen while walking on the beach. If it runs out of water, it has to run back to the sea to refill its tank. Now look at its face. Those eyes are sitting on top of its head like periscopes, giving it 360-degree vision. But fish don't have eyelids, so their eyes should dry out in the air, right? The mudskipper solved this by inventing blinking. It has a little cup of water hidden inside its skull. When it blinks, it retracts its eyeball down into its head, dips it in the water, and pops it back up. It is the only fish in the world that blinks. They are also incredibly territorial. Mudskippers might look goofy, but they are mean. Males have massive, colorful dorsal fins that they raise like flags to threaten their neighbors. They will open their mouths and scream, though it's usually too quiet for humans to hear, and wrestle each other in the mud to protect their homes. And their homes are engineering marvels. Mudskippers dig J-shaped burrows deep in the mud. When the high tide comes in and covers the mud flat, the fish hides inside. But the water has very little oxygen. So, the mudskipper swims to the surface, gulps a bubble of air, swims down to its burrow, and spits the air out. It does this hundreds of times until it builds a massive air pocket underground. This allows the fish and its eggs to breathe safely even when they are buried underwater. So, the mudskipper is an evolutionary rebel. It walks on its arms, it blinks its eyes, and it builds an underwater bunker made of air. If you want to skip the boring stuff and learn more wild facts, make sure to hit that subscribe button.